All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother SHTF from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And it's going down in France again. As you can see from the text underneath, it says French farmers spray government buildings with manure in protest of the high taxes in the sector. So we're going to let this video play and then get some scripture. And let me see, I think they got another video.
I just an update. I was to say I'm an up.
I thought they had another video.
Why?
Oh yeah, this is it. As you can see, like I said, it's going down over there in France. All right. And that's because these farmers, from what I can gather from some of the videos, the French farmers are abiding under agricultural rules that many other countries don't have to abide by. Okay. And seeing as the French have to abide by many of these unjust laws, it makes it to where it's harder to manufacture food. And the food that they get to manufacture, they have to do it at a higher cost, which means that if they have to do it at a higher cost, they have to hike the price up on the consumers. And everybody was like, nah, we're not going for that. So what they did was take all their tractors and they blocked all the major highways. I saw one where they built a wall on the road. I mean, literally, they had a big-ass container of cement, some bricks, and they just start building the wall on the highway. And as you can see in this clip, all right, they putting shit all over buildings. I saw one where they had a forklift and they had all this hay that just had shit in it, and they just put it inside this McDonald's. Excuse my language. Okay? You got, the folks are sick and tired of just constantly being exploited. Exploited for a few people's financial greed and gain and interest. This is why the scripture says, we'll go to Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. That's this government. They're making it to where farmers have to produce food under circumstances that make it very difficult to make the process of farming much more efficient. And now you have a situation where, like I said, France is doing it again. All right, the yellow vest, you got this. I mean, you had something where they stormed, I don't know if it was like a parliament building. Like, there's something always going on in France. And that's because these folks are just so wicked. But it says, the scripture says, the rich hate poor. Okay, Ecclesiasticus 13 and 20. And it says, as the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. Because if this was a government that was truly for the people, these folks wouldn't have to get out and block roads with their tractors or spray shit on buildings, putting hay in McDonald's, letting sheep run wild all over the streets of Paris and other parts of France. Because they said this is going all throughout the country. Southern France, northern France, in the heart of Paris. They said this thing is going on everywhere. All because you have a group of men whose sole desire is to accomplish their end game, which is pretty much to have total control of the resources and enslave everybody else and have complete power over all resources. Okay? So much so to the point where now you have the situation where we have Egyptian versus Egyptian. I believe that's in Isaiah, but I can't remember where it is. Egyptian versus Egyptian. Isaiah 19 and 2. And it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's what you have going on in France. You have this actually going on all around the world because, as I mentioned before, you have a small so-called elite group of people whose sole desire is to have complete control and dominance over everything and every aspect of people's lives who are not in that inner circle of wicked ass men. And now the common man starting to realize such a thing, they're rebelling against the system. All right, this is Edomite on Edomite fighting right here. They don't care about damn, I forgot the new it's not Macron or the lady. It's a new person. He's like the first pink elephant rainbow prime minister of France, but nonetheless, okay. This is Edomite on Edomite conflict. Poor man against rich man. Okay? Big time rich guy against small town farmer. That's what you have going on here. A group of people who are fighting for what they believe is right. Actually, you have both groups fighting for what they believe is right, but the common working man in this instance they're the group of people who are fighting for what's right against a group of people who just don't care. They just honestly don't care. And see, it's this lack of empathy that's going to cause a much greater escalation of Egyptian versus Egyptian when you go to 2nd Ezra 15, was it 21? No. Second Ezra 15 and 16, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Right? Sedition means violent uprising. And you got the Egyptian versus the Egyptian. You got the poor people invading the establishments of the rich people, defaming their monuments, okay, crippling their businesses. And the police can't do nothing to stop them. Verse 18, it says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." Because if such a thing continues, you better believe that the elite are going to be like, we got to do something about this. Because if these guys are able to gain some momentum, hey, it's a wrap. And it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulations." And this is what you have, a situation that's if left unchecked, which it will because it's prophecy, but we have a situation that if left unchecked, okay, men and women are just automatically just going to go to survival of the fittest. Regardless of who it is, they're going to get what they need to survive. So that's all I wanted to say on this. I hope you all are edified. Till the next time, we're going to say shalom.